Well, hello and welcome back. This is CC Cycle 2 and this is week 1. These are some great tutor ideas and this is what we did in our class. I'm going to go ahead and get started with our history. And in the 1800s, during the medieval period, Pope Leo III crowned Charlemagne, Holy Roman Emperor of Europe. Tell me about Charlemagne. We used bells because the bells were really prominent in the song. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. In 800, during the medieval period, Pope Leo III crowned Charlemagne, Holy Roman Emperor of Europe. In 800, during the medieval period, Pope Leo III crowned Charlemagne, Holy Roman Emperor of Europe. That was history. And in 800, during the medieval period, Pope Leo III crowned Charlemagne, Holy Roman Emperor of Europe. And that was Tell Me About Charlemagne. And so we moved on to our multiplication tables, and this one is a lot of fun. We actually ended up stomping around the classroom and marching and clapping and jumping. So let's do that. We're gonna count our ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we jumped it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then our twos, we did the same. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, and 30. And we marched it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, and 30. Then we moved on to English. This one we did as a chant. And I had the boys and girls stand up and we all did 8 parts of speech, 8 parts of speech, 8 parts of speech, 8 parts of speech. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, conjunction, interjection, preposition, adjective. And so that was 8 parts of speech. We can say it and then we can sing it. 8 parts of speech. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, conjunction, interjection, preposition, adjective. Let's do it one more time. 8 parts of speech. 8 parts of speech. 8 parts of speech. 8 parts of speech. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, conjunction, interjection, preposition, adjective. And that was our English. We moved on to Latin, and since the T is like having tea, fine tea, we ended up holding up our pinkies, which also helped us know there's only one finger up for first conjugation endings, present tense. And for O, we used our pinky to circle our O when we say O. For S, or we made like a little snake. And so it's to the song of Frere Jacques, and we did O-S-T, mustus ent, O-S-T, mustus ent, O-S-T, mustus ent. First conjugation endings present tense, first conjugation endings present tense. And then what we did is we had like a stick and we had like other things that we passed around. This is a present for you. This is a present tense. And so we gave everybody a present, and that was a lot of fun. We moved on to our science. What occurred on each day of creation? Earth, space, time, light, atmosphere, dry land, plants, sun, moon, stars, fish, sea creatures, birds, land, animals, Adam and Eve. And then these occurred on day 1, atmosphere was day 2, and so forth. And they all had different things. And we sang this to the song of doe, a deer, a female deer. And how we're gonna do this one is what occurred on each day of creation. And I also used this picture that we used, and we're gonna sing this. Day 1, Earth, space, time, light. Day 2, atmosphere. Day 3, dry land, plants. Day 4, I'm sorry, I'm off on my song. Let's see. What occurred on each day of creation? Day 1, Earth, space, time, light. Day 2, atmosphere. Day 3, dry land, plants. Day 4, sun, moon, stars. Day 5, fish, sea creatures, birds. Day 6, land animals, Adam, Eve. And now we're gonna do our hand motions. What occurred on each day of creation? Day 1, Earth, space, time, light. Day 2, atmosphere. Day 3, dry land, plants. Day 4, sun, moon, stars. Day 5, fish, sea creatures, birds. Day 6, land animals, Adam, Eve. Done. Also, we pointed to the boys. For Adam, we had all the boys sit on one side. We pointed to the boys, and then we all pointed to the girls for Eve. Let's try it one more time. What occurred on each day of creation? Day 1, Earth, space, time, light. Day 2, atmosphere. Day 3, dry land, plants. Day 4, sun, moon, stars. Day 5, fish, sea creatures, birds. Day 6, land animals, Adam, Eve. Done. That's what we did, and then we moved on to our last one, which was geography. We set up our maps and we circled all the different parts. North America, South America, Europe and Asia too. Africa, Australia, Antarctica, woohoo! So we first broke it down into that section. North America, South America, Europe and Asia too. Africa, Australia, Antarctica, woohoo! And then after we were finished pointing out all of the continents, we moved on to the oceans, which was a little different song. I ended up making up this one, but it was Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Southern Ocean, continents and oceans were through. So we sang it all together and it sounded like this. North America, South America, Europe and Asia too. Africa, Australia, Antarctica, woohoo! Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Southern Ocean, continents and oceans were through. Let's try that one more time. North America, South America, Europe and Asia too. Africa, Australia, Antarctica, woohoo! Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Southern Ocean, continents and oceans were through. And that was all of our memory work. And what we did for our timeline was our last part of the memory work. And we ended up getting a parachute. We tossed the cards onto the parachute, bounced them up in the air. I also had the kids put them in order, and that was a lot of fun. And our motions for this were timeline, this is my timeline. Timeline, this is my timeline. Timeline, timeline. Let's start at the beginning of the ages. Age of ancient empires. Creation to circa 450 AD. Creation and the fall. The flood and the Tower of Babel. Mesopotamia and Sumer. Egyptians. 3000 BC, 3000 BC, Indus River Valley civilizations, Minoans and Mycenaeans. And we jumped for that one. That was a lot of fun. That completes all of our memory work. And then what we did for science was really cool. I used this book a lot. And then also in science, we went over things that, doing a experiment about animals that live in the shade and the sun, and why they're in the shade and in the sun. We talked about thermometer and what creates a thermometer, having mercury inside, and the air molecules move slower in cold air, and the air molecules move rapidly in the warm air, causing the mercury to rise. And then we put thermometers in the shade and one in the sun, and we saw that there's a big difference. Our readings that we found were that it was 87 in the shade and 90 in the shade, and then we had one in the sun, which was 106. So pretty big difference there. Then we did the next thing, and we also learned our scientific method, which was the scientific method is question, research, hypothesis, experiment, analysis, conclusion. We moved on to the same place. What is a satellite? Does the Earth rotate around the sun? Yes, it does. And it orbits around the sun. And so does the satellite. We did a experiment, and we tried to see, does the satellite move faster or slower than the Earth? And we held a string, and we had somebody stand up as the sun. We had a different person stand up and be the Earth. And then we had a string connecting all the way out here and traveled around. And yes, the person that was the satellite had to move a lot faster around. So that was a really fun experiment, and that completed science. And in art, we did some more of our art using oils. Oils is using different kinds of things to draw, and this is, we use circles, lines with dots, angled lines, and curved lines, and that makes the word oils. And then what we did is we talked about geometric shapes and organic shapes, and then we traced them here in the boxes. And then we drew a gecko, and we used this to see that these are curved lines. If the lines would have connected, that would have been a circle. So these are curved lines. Then we used angle lines to make the arms. Then we used lines with circles to create the arms and little pads. Then we used a curve line. Then we used some more curve lines down here, and that was a lot of fun. And then we colored in our geckos. We also had some demonstrations of what different ones look like. And then this was the one that I created. And that was art. And then we also talked about presentations a little bit, about what to expect kind of in class. We started off our day with an About Me page, and then we will be using this for the next 6 weeks when you first come into your morning table. And then we also had classroom helpers. Some of those classroom helpers will be door holder, line leader, morning table cleanup, memory work and new grammar cleanup, presentation cleanup, music, art cleanup, science cleanup, and review cleanup. And we will divvy out the different tasks for the helpers. We also, in case you are wanting to need the Bible verse that we're memorizing, I have that there in the classroom as well. It was a wonderful day at CC, and I can't wait to see you again, and I hope this helps for everything that we're learning in our class and the different ideas that and different songs that I was able to put together. And so I hope to see you next week.